Hello and welcome to Mentor UMC's Pastor Capture. I am Pastor Tammy Palermo and I'm the pastor of Children and Family Ministries, and I'm joined here with Pastor Ivy, our associate pastor, and Pastor Steve, our lead pastor. This past Sunday in Sunday school, we talked more about God creating the world and particularly how God created people. And the kids got to have their own little person and they got to color it, and it was really cute because some of them actually made the color of their shirt be the color on their little person and great things like that. So what did you share this past Sunday, Pastor Ivy?
Oh, we had a great time in Modern. Our music is always over the top, and they had this song at the end that said, I believe in the Holy Spirit, I believe in the miracle working power. Oh my God, we're all just like clapping our hands and just rocking and just going. We had a good time in the dialogue of just everyone breaking up into questions that we had about where does it hurt, where you've experienced pain in your life, where you've had isolation, where people have not, fully seen you as you are. And it was a good time of people being able to just stop and talk to someone else. And it just worked. It worked.
I liked in your message, Ivy, again, with this whole theme of the question I've been meaning to ask, where did it hurt? And that passage in Hannah, really an example of not feeling like you've been heard, and especially to feel like God is not hearing you. And
right.
how tremendously of a pain that would be.
I think those are three of the rawest, stories in the scriptures of just Hannah's pain, and just wanting to have a family, just infertility issues, and then it's the woman that is not named, just this issue, this chronic condition, and some people just have a pain that does not go away,
right,
and is unseen.
Unseen.
Yeah, those passages. So we had Hannah, which is in 1 Samuel, and then and that was chapter 1, I think. And then you had Mark 5 with the woman with the hemorrhage, and then am I going to pronounce it right? Jairus.
Jairus.
You just have to
just
stick
say
with
it
it.
fast.
Right.
Just say it fast.
Yeah. But,
he had everything. He was wealthy. He had prestige.
Yeah.
He had to be, educated to do his job, and yet he could not have control over losing a child.
And that's something.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What was your takeaway from Sunday?
What's really struck me in these passages is the power of these women. So Hannah, who is able to stand up to the priest Eli and say, no, I'm not drunk. I am pouring my heart out here, and this is legitimate. She legitimatizes her own suffering and pain. That's such a hard thing for us to do these days. And then in Mark's gospel, the woman who's suffering from a hemorrhage, I mean, for her to go through the crowd knowing that they had all despised her and labeled her, and so much of that still happens today, for her to stand up against the Leviticus laws and codes. Anyway, just it's an invitation I felt for us to reflect on what are the things that are happening today that we're often unknowingly supporting and not listening to people's pain that cry out for injustice.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So now that we've recapped, by the way, I really love the jean jackets.
Yes.
It's now a thing. Where are we headed this coming Sunday? So now we're swapping it out. You're going to be in Modern this week.
That's right.
What do you got? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so we got two passages. The question this week is, what do you need? So I've been meaning to ask, what do you need? And, again, so often we hesitate we got a culture that makes it feel like, I don't need anything,
I have it all together.
Yeah.
I've got it
Fine,
all.
everything's fine, my
Yeah.
mantra.
But I love in Job, so the book of Job, chapter 2, Job suffered tremendously, and his friends come and they just sit with him for 3 days. So that's there at the beginning. And then I'll be focusing more on that Paul's letter in 2 Timothy, where he's in jail, and he actually names what he needs. He tells them, and he also talks about some of his hardships. So
Yes, he does.
We talked a little bit about how the contrast is in Job. His pain is known, and then all of his friends come.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then Paul is imprisoned, and
They're all leaving.
He's like naming people. This one left me. This one left me, and
Didn't he ask for his cloak or something? He was very adamant.
Like,
Yeah.
Don't forget this. Don't forget that.
Right.
So you're going to be in traditional this week.
Yes.
All
Yes, and traditional. And I probably will be focusing on, I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around this whole situation with Paul and how he's writing, from prison to Timothy, and just really laying on Timothy's shoulders, I'm in prison and I can't do the work, just handing it off. These people still have needs.
Right.
And I'm, inviting you to lift a panel and do it.
And in Sunday school, we're just going to continue with our creation story. It's the last one for this unit. It's been really fun. I have a list of all the kids who've been there, and I'm like, boy, if everyone were to show up on the same day at the same service, I'd have to find a new place for us to be. So it's really fun and exciting. So we're just really excited, and we would like to invite you to worship with us. We have 9 o'clock modern and traditional, and 11 o'clock modern and traditional here in person. If you want to catch us online, you can watch 9 o'clock modern and 11 o'clock traditional. You could also share, and subscribe from this YouTube channel. You can check out our past worship services as well. So we would love to connect with you and to have you join us here in worship. And we thank you for joining us for today's Pastor Capture.